Have you ever felt an uncanny connection with someone far away? A sudden thought about a friend only for them to call you that very second? Or maybe you've experienced a shared feeling with a loved one, a strange synchronicity that defies simple explanation. We often dismiss these moments as mere coincidence. But what if there's something more profound happening, something rooted in the very fabric of reality? Today, we're diving into one of the most mind-bending concepts in physics, quantum entanglement, and exploring a fascinating, albeit speculative idea. Could it be the science behind our deepest human connections? First, let's get our heads around quantum entanglement. Albert Einstein famously called it spooky action at a distance. Imagine you have two tiny particles, let's say electrons, that are created together. They are now entangled. This means they are linked in a special way. No matter how far apart you separate them, across a room, across the country, or even across the galaxy, they remain connected. If you measure a property of one particle, like its spin, you instantly know the spin of the other. It's as if they are communicating faster than the speed of light. It's not a theory. It's a proven phenomenon that forms the bedrock of quantum mechanics. So how does this bizarre subatomic link possibly relate to our human experiences? Well, this is where we step from established science into the realm of exciting speculation. The core idea is that if the entire universe originated from a single point, the Big Bang, then perhaps everything was once entangled. Every particle, every atom, every bit of stardust that eventually formed you, me, the planets, and the stars all connected from the very beginning. Could a residual, cosmic-level entanglement still persist today? Could this be the hidden network that underpins those moments of inexplicable connection? Think about it. Our bodies are made of trillions upon trillions of particles. Our brains are incredibly complex quantum systems, with electrical signals and chemical reactions happening at a microscopic level. Some theorists propose that consciousness itself might be a quantum phenomenon. If that's the case, is it so far-fetched to think our conscious minds could tap into this universal web of entanglement? When you feel that sudden pang of worry for a family member who is actually in trouble miles away, is it just a guess? Or is your quantum self momentarily syncing with theirs through this ancient, invisible connection? Let's consider the concept of synchronicity, a term coined by psychologist Carl Jung. He described it as meaningful coincidences, events that seem related but have no obvious causal link. You're thinking about a specific, obscure song, and it suddenly plays on the radio. You dream of a long-lost friend and run into them the next day. Jung believed these weren't random accidents, but glimpses of an underlying order, a connection between our inner, mental world and the outer, physical world. Could quantum entanglement be the physical mechanism for Jung's psychological theory? It's a tantalizing thought. It suggests that the universe isn't just a collection of separate objects, but a holistic, interconnected whole. Now it's crucial to be clear here. Mainstream science has not proven a direct link between quantum entanglement and human consciousness or emotions. The challenges are enormous. For one, entanglement is incredibly fragile. In the quantum world, it's easily broken by interactions with the environment, a process called decoherence. The warm, wet, and chaotic environment of the human brain seems like the last place such a delicate quantum state could survive. Scientists are still debating whether any quantum effects could operate on the scale of our brains. So, when we talk about this, we are on the frontier, exploring a hypothesis, not a confirmed fact. However, the field of quantum biology is starting to find evidence of quantum processes in living systems. Photosynthesis, the way plants turn sunlight into energy, relies on quantum efficiency. The way birds navigate using Earth's magnetic field might also involve quantum entanglement within their eyes. If nature is already using these quantum tricks, who has to say it hasn't found a way to use them in the most complex structure we know of the human brain? Perhaps the very structure of our neural networks has evolved to protect and utilize these quantum connections. Imagine if this were true. It would revolutionize our understanding of ourselves and our place in the universe. It would mean that the feeling of empathy, of truly feeling what another person is feeling, might have a physical basis. It could suggest that our intuition, that gut feeling that guides us, is our subconscious mind processing information received through this quantum network. That profound sense of connection you feel with nature, with others, or with the cosmos itself might be you literally attuning to the universal entanglement. This idea also reframes our sense of separation. We often feel isolated, like individual islands. But if we are all fundamentally connected through a quantum web, then separation is an illusion. Every action, every thought, every emotion could ripple through this network in subtle ways. This doesn't mean we can read minds or telepathically send messages in the way you see in movies. The connection would likely be far more subtle, more intuitive, a shared feeling, a sudden insight, a moment of synchronicity. It would be a background hum of unity beneath the noise of our daily lives. This perspective could have profound implications. It could foster a greater sense of compassion and responsibility. If we are all connected, then harming another is, in a small way, harming ourselves. Helping another is helping ourselves. It aligns beautifully with ancient spiritual traditions that speak of oneness and universal consciousness. For centuries, mystics and philosophers have described a reality where everything is interconnected. Perhaps they were intuitively sensing the very quantum reality that physicists are now beginning to describe with mathematics. So the next time you experience one of those strange coincidences, a moment of deep connection that defies logic, pause for a second. Don't just brush it off. Consider the possibility that you might be experiencing a ripple in the quantum field, a whisper from the universe reminding you that you are not separate. You are part of a vast, mysterious, and beautifully entangled cosmos. While science continues its rigorous work to prove or disprove this link, we can still live with the wonder of the possibility. We can choose to see the world not as a collection of disconnected things, but as a single, unified song. What are your thoughts? Have you ever had an experience that felt like spooky action at a distance? Share your stories in the comments below. I'd love to read them. This is a topic that blends the edge of science with the core of human experience, and it's a conversation worth having. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the quantum realm. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you won't miss our next deep dive. Until then, stay curious.